We back with another roguelike, baby. Today we're checking out something extremely unique and interesting called Once Upon a King. So imagine if the rules of chess were twisted in a way that it would make a great roguelike game. Well, the devs finally figured out how to do it, apparently. Chess is an old game, man, and the rules are very, very unique. And this puts an awesome spin on it that I absolutely love. Plus, the art style is very cute. The music is good. There's some story lines, all sorts of stuff. We're just going to start the game. I went ahead and, well, you can see that I played a little bit here off cam just to kind of get the gist of the game. There's a lot going on here, so I'm going to do my best to explain it without taking you through the tutorial, which you could do yourself, okay? Even if you don't know how to play chess, that's okay. Don't worry about it, okay? We can show you, okay? The game kind of holds your hand anyway. So you have a bunch of pieces that you can unlock here as you progress through the story, but at first you just start off with a pawn and a knight. Now, without going into the details of each specific move in chess, these pieces have unique things that they can do alone, okay? First of all, they have an attack and a defense rating that you can see on the right side of the pane, and they have a special ability that takes mana, which you generate every level, okay? That's all you need to know at first to get started. Then you have a map that you select which route that you want to take. Typically, I like waiting a couple of rooms before I get to a shop, which is an angel, because we need some of this currency to spend, okay, some shards. We're gonna go to the route on the left here. We'll start with the combat, and here we go. So, we start off with our two pieces that we can place here. Now, you can see that these pieces that are on the board have an indicated place that they're going to move. They also have attack and defense stats. What we want to do is move our pieces in a way that can take their pieces in order to complete the level and move along with the door. You can see here that we also have some letters and some numbers to keep track of the tiles and stuff like that as well. So what I can do here is just place my two guys in any order that I want, and then I can press the start button and they're gonna make their indicated moves. Now, the first move of the game, when you press start, you don't have any control over that. They move where their designated movement paths are. No ifs, ands, or buts. After the initial move, they will always take a piece if they can, okay? Now, when you can take a piece, they're highlighted in red, and you can see that your cursor changes to a sword. When they can take a piece, the same thing applies, okay? You can hover over an enemy and hold right click to see what their indicated move range is and where they can take a piece. So as soon as you learn about the movement of each piece, you'll be better off. Pawns can only move in a straight line by one space, and they can only take in diagonals, okay? They can't take in a straight line, and they can't move without taking a piece in diagonals. There's also furniture and obstacles to consider, which they can't bypass or move through, okay? And you have one move per turn. So we can move our knight to take this piece, and then we got a little bit of the shards currency, okay? Now we can move our pawn and we can end the turn. You can also end the turn with space. Now you can see that he moved, the knights move in an L shape, right? So we can move in an L shape, but why can't we click on this pawn piece? Well, simply because even though in chess, knights can jump over other pieces, in this game, you actually have to travel the distance, okay? So you go 2 by 1. 2 in a straight line, then 1 in a straight line. There's furniture in the way here, so we can't make that move, okay? So there's some nuanced things about the game that kind of trick me every once in a while, and I've died quite a few times because of that. But just know that we're gonna get to a point to where we'll be able to do this quite easily, okay? Let's move into a space that we'll be able to take this guy eventually, okay? We can't move into that space because he'll be able to take, because you can see that he's gonna move there. But if he can take, he will, okay? Very, very important. So we can end the turn. He's going to move his designated space. We can move here, and we can move here. Okay, and then if we go end, you can see that he moved in a way that wasn't normal because he's trying to take, okay? So my pawn is in the way, so I can just kill him, and now it's over, okay? We couldn't get the chest because we didn't have any keys available, but I think there's some meta progression upgrades that you can get to enable like you to start off with keys or a certain amount of currency. Okay, let's go to combat again. Now we're gonna get strategically more complex as we go. There's gonna be more pieces to take, more moves, more different types of pieces, all sorts of things. Okay, so the strategy gets pretty interesting here. This piece is going to move in a way that my pawn will be able to take if I start him here. So we're just going to go ahead and start. Now there's something to consider as well. This attack and defense rating of enemies, let's say for instance this guy had a 2 defense. If I went to take him like this, I would do a damage to him based on my attack rating, but I would bounce off of him, and then he would be able to make a move after that. So there's some stuff to consider there, okay? Gotta be very, very careful with that. We can also use our special abilities when we have that option, okay? Right now, it's just kind of getting through and doing our moves, but it does get much, much more complex as time goes on. So let's go ahead and just wait a turn. There we go. Now we can move our knight, and we have some furniture in the way here, so we got to get all the way around, unfortunately. So it'll take me a few turns to be able to execute that, but that's okay. And let's see here. We can't move there yet, and that doesn't do us any good. So we'll go ahead and end. Okay. We move here for now. We end the turn. We move here. So that means he won't be able to move there. Yeah, we end. Okay. Oh no, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to, oh man, I meant to click my guy. Okay, so I kind of screwed up there, unfortunately. The bad thing is, we don't have the ability to undo a move, okay? I really wish we did, but we don't. What we do have is our executable skill, which is kick. The knight kicks an adjacent piece 1 tile away. So if we do that, we could kick and kind of get him away. Now, this could have been in the pit as well, in any one of these unmovable tiles, and it would have died or taken damage. I forget exactly what happens, but unfortunately, we kind of screwed up there and we kind of had to use it. But you do get mana refreshed every turn, so it's not that big of a deal. It's okay to use those as long as it's part of your strategy or to get you out of a bind when you screw up. All right, here's a blessing that we get. So when you go to an angel tile, you get to pay for some of these blessings and get them. Toggle to flip a pawn's movement to capture. Flip the pawn's move. I don't know what that means. The piece jumps over 1 non-furniture tile. Okay. Or hex. This piece chooses an enemy within 1 tile. This room, it takes 1 more damage from all sources. That's an interesting little consumable here, because sometimes you'll see something that has 2 defense and you really need to take them out without doing damage. Let's take a quick scan. None of these have 2 defense, so no big deal. Let's see here. We are going to move our knight there and our pawn there. And we'll start. Oh, we do have a new piece here. This is a bishop. Okay. Bishops can only move and take diagonally. They can move an infinite amount of spaces in a diagonal line until they hit another piece or an obstacle, okay? So, and obstacles including unmovable tiles. So, there's a little bit to consider there. So we can safely move here, and we can safely move here. And we go end. Okay, now, this puts me to where I want to move here to take. And we'll go ahead and try to retrieve that with our pawn. Okay, we can't move there yet, but this we got to get out of this. Okay, we end. Okay, now we move here. We end. Oh man, another piece came in and stole it. That's trash, bro. We could have had a good piece. I guess we have to line that up correctly. Maybe we can get something that helps us get those better at some point. I don't know. Okay, we'll intern for now. And we'll kind of do the same thing. We'll wait until we have an opportunity here. Now our knight can take. And we move the pawn closer. Okay, now we really have to move our knight out. We can't move there. So we only have one place that we can move. We could have kicked though. We could have kicked. We chose not to. Okay, and we gotta be careful of this bishop too. We gotta be careful of the bishop as well. So we can't move either of these yet. Now the bishop is going to be able to... Oh, the bishop can't do anything because the knight is in the way. I think I would rather get my knight in here first. No, because if the pawn moves... There we go. All right. Now we can move our knight into place. Hit in turn. And... the bishop can't move here. Think we go here first. Okay, now, notice that I can skip my turn or I could use some of my mana with Barrage. And I'm going to choose to Barrage here. I'm going to take some of that mana. And yes, I got some mana back for that kill. And we got the ability to do that. That was pretty good, right? So we in-turn and let's see. I can move Ponjamin. It's going to be difficult to be able to block this guy, but I think that this choice looks good. Okay. If I go here and just end my turn, he's going to go back there, enabling me, my knight, to take. Whew. All right. That took a little bit of strat, man, but we did it. We did it. Okay. We go to combat again here. Oh, my goodness. All right. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 pawns and 2 knights. So they both move in a way that... Okay, we're going to... If we can skip the first move here, I think... Oh, but we're going to get a little bit of a shakeup here. Hold on a second. All right. So... I think it's okay to end turn and just pass by 1. Oh, no, it wasn't. All right, it's not. Fair enough. Well, I totally overlooked that. That's okay. I kind of screwed up there, but it's all right. It's all right. All right. We can't move here. Okay. We can't move here, unfortunately. I mean, we can, but we would have to use kick as well. I think we do that because we're in a position to where that's going to be beneficial for us. Okay. All right. Now let's end. Now we can take, we can't take either of those pieces. Can't take either of those pieces, unfortunately. All we could do is get out. We do have 30, so, I mean, we could have used our kick again. We might have to break this, stalemate here. Okay. And... Yeah, we're definitely going to have to kick or something to kind of break this up. Okay, let's kick a well, actually no, we wait and they can't move. All right, that kind of shook things up for us. Oh no, I messed up there. All right, I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move that guy out the way. Okay. I'm gonna end. And now I can God, this is so rough, dude. Oh no, he's gonna take. All right. Well, look, after we lost that pawn, I knew that it was pretty much done and quit, but we're gonna try again. This time I'm gonna slow down and we'll see if we can get a little bit further. I never claimed to be good at chess, all right, guys? Just FYI. Actually, when I used to play chess regularly, I was pretty good at it. But yeah, anyway. All right, so this guy's gonna move here and then he's gonna move back here. So putting my knight, putting either one of them right here should be fine. Okay, we'll start. We'll move our pawn. We move our knight. We end turn. And then we take. And then... I don't think I'm going to be able to get to this in time. We end. We end. We end. All right. Now... You are just going to move there, which is fine. We move here. We move here. Yep. This stupid piece is going to come and steal our stuff. Was that the queen? I don't know, man. That might have been the queen. Okay. We go here first. And end. Okay. Then we go... Oh, we can't go to the left. Apparently there's some furniture in the way. Apparently there's furniture in the way. So what we need to do... actually my pawn is in the way now. Okay, I'm gonna get there. Don't you worry, guys. Don't you worry. All right, now I can move here. And... so he can't move anywhere but there now. Well, I didn't do nothing right there, did I? No, it's like my pawn is stuck. Because I can only move by one. Interesting. Interesting. I didn't think that he can move through, but I guess he can. So how do I fix this? How do I fix this? What I think I need to do is get in a way that I can get to the square that he's moving to. Which is that one. Okay, so here, and then end. Yeah, there we go, there we go. All right. For some reason, I was just having trouble parsing that, but it's better to do that than lose, right? Okay. We start off here. Look at all of their attacks. Their attacks are just simple ones. That's fine. Okay. This puts us easy. Great. Okay, unfortunately, this is going to be taken next. I think I'm just going to wait and still try to get it. Oh, there's a timer on it. I see. Hey, we got it, though. 2 keys. Very nice. Okay, so now this guy's going to move, and he's ready to take. We need to get back where we were last time. Okay, now we can move here and wait, and then take a piece. Beautiful. And now we can take this piece. Now we talking, baby. Okay, room cleared. Nathaniel, are you going to say something? You want me to talk? That's a rare request. I'm flattered. Shall we discuss battle theory? I've been refining a new opening called the Dragon. If white advances... No, you idiot. About Penelope. What about her? She wakes up from a slumber of white knows how long, and first thing she does is flinch away from you. Oh, yeah, there was a little bit of dialogue before this. So, I guess they're just referring to that. I'm not going to spoil into the story. You guys can uncover that yourself. Let us do combat. Let's do combat. All right, this room again. Okay, I'm gonna go here, and we start. And we already know that I'm gonna need my pawn involved here. Okay. Although I could kick, and I don't know what kick does in this instance, but it'll be all right. Okay, we move here. We wait a turn. We move here. We end. Okay. Now, what we need to do is use Barrage. Instead of trying to mitigate this, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, now we move here, and we just wait, and bam. Okay. Yeah, trying to mitigate what's going on with that would be pretty difficult. And thankfully, we didn't have to... we didn't get rid of any pieces here, so we'll just go to combat and continue on forward. Okay, all right, let's see. Knight will be able to move here, but knight will move here after that, and bishop right there. Okay, I think it's still all right to put my knight here, and we'll start. Okay. Rook is there. Let's move the knight here, fine, and we'll get our pawn in place. Oh, crap, they both moved and the rook just did it. God dang it. I swear, bruh. I swear. I just did not see that coming. I should have. Okay, we end. Okay. I gotta watch, man, the dang bishop. Let's end. Okay, we take care of the pawn. And now we gotta get in place to where we can actually get that knight and that bishop, which is going to be a little tough, but I still have some mana, so shouldn't be that bad. Okay. I gotta wait one more turn. Yeah, now I need to move here. Okay, he's gonna move back in space so I could take him. Yeah. Now I just take him. Okay, that went a lot better. Okay, now I really wish we had the Butcher's Cleaver, but we'll get it if we get through 2 more battles. We're gonna try it. We're gonna try. Oh my goodness. Okay, lots of pieces here. All of them move. Okay, let's just try it like this. I am gonna try Barrage, just to make that a little bit easier. Okay, now we end. Huh. How do we get out of this? We're gonna have to use Barrage again. Okay, I got 20 of 50. We gotta take a piece in order to get it again, which we can, thankfully. So we have Barrage again. Wonderful. Okay. They're both moving this way, but I can't. I could use Barrage. Barrage is great, dude. Barrage is great. Okay. Let you move like this and just wait until you go into space, take you, and we're through. Whew. Okay. Very nice. One more combat to go and we can buy another piece back, which will be great if we can get through it. Okay, this guy is going to make a... The rook is going to go all the way around here. We're just going to take care of the rook first, okay? Because that's the easier of the two. That's the easier of the pieces. Okay, in turn... Just gotta watch that bishop. Bishop can come from downtown, boy. Like, straight up. Okay, if I wait... And I go here... Yes. Okay. Now I can take. Beautiful. This calls for a barrage, man. This calls for a barrage to take 2 problems out at one time. Now I can move here, which this knight... Okay, you're gonna move back there, no problem. You're gonna move here, which is okay. Okay, you're gonna move back there. You're gonna move there. Okay. Now the knight is gonna move right back here, which is perfect. The pawn is also gonna move. Now I use barrage again. Wonderful. Okay. We go here first in the turn. I'm gonna use, well, it doesn't matter. I was gonna use barrage so I can grab these, but the witches came for them, or the queens or whatever. Okay, we get to buy another piece now. Gosh, I love Rook so much, dude. I'm gonna take the Rook. The Rook also has an ice trail. This piece leaves behind an ice trail lasting until the end of Black's next turn. I'm not really sure what an ice trail does, but it is what it is. Oh, we could have bought 2 pieces and I didn't realize that we'd have more. Interesting. Well, now we'll know next time. We will know next time. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and put the Rook here. Let's go ahead and start. Wow, lots and lots of pawns to take out. Okay, we're good there. Anything has more than 1 shield here? No. Okay, that's all right with me. So he goes here. He goes there. So I can't do that. He goes there, and he goes there. He goes there. Ugh. Gosh, this is gross, man. Tell you what, this looks pretty safe. Okay, you take him out. You can't take him because he'll take you. So I think we're gonna have to wait on that, unfortunately. This looks pretty safe. Okay, now you go back here, you go there. We have to wait by 1. This we're okay by taking. We go ahead and end turn. Now we can get our Rook in. And we can get our pawn, but our pawn would be taken. So we don't want to do that. Let's move our pawn here instead. Okay, we can take a few pieces here if we want to. Yeah, let's do that. This guy's gonna move there, which is gonna put him in the way of the Rook again. That seems pretty good. Okay. I got 2 turns to get to this if I want it, which I really do. But I don't want to I don't want to go without taking the piece. Yeah, unfortunately we're going to lose it. But I think we're going to win the level. Yep. There it is. Okay. Now, we got to get out of here. Gotta get out. Okay. I think it's a good time to use Barrage here. Okay, and this guy's gonna move here. Tell you what. Let's move here. Okay. Huh. Interesting. I think this calls for Barrage again. Cheating death a little bit, guys. Cheating death. Okay. You're gonna go here. So this is a great spot. Oh, no, it's not. He's gonna take my rook now. See? No undos, man. No undos. It makes me crazy. God dang it. And I just whiffed completely. Son of a gun. Oh, man. It kills me that I just make stupid mistakes like that, but it's for your viewing pleasure at the end of the day, guys. Listen, this was a wonderful, wonderful game. I love to share stuff like this with you because I think it's phenomenal. I think it's great that these devs put out such interesting ideas like this, but I'm pretty sure that you can do better than me on this game. If you want to check out the demo, the links are going to be in the description. And always, thanks so much for watching. As always, this is Uljan signing off. We'll see you next time.